Good morning, everyone. Namaste. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Good evening if you're doing this recording later. Welcome to practice today. We're in a brand new month, the almost end of summer. It kind of feels like if we are hurtling through this season of light, of clarity, and you might be feeling a lot of emotional upheaval right now. It might feel the endorphins of feeling happy and being able to be outdoors, but you might also be feeling a little bit of agitation. And that tends to happen when our pitta, the energy, the element, or the dosha associated with the elements of fire, become a little too inflamed. And our internal combustion can make us feel a little bit cranky, a little bit lethargic. Balance is really important at this time. So, not just with cooling techniques or staying out of the heat, but to be aware of where we're pushing past our edge. We might feel a little irritated, a little overheated, a little overstimulated. It's really important for us to recognize the extremes. Our default might be to push and to try to conquer or manipulate, or we might resist completely and have aversion. It's either attachment or aversion. These two concepts can be found in the Yoga Sutras, right? We refer to attachment as gripping and pulling, ragas. It's one of the kleshas, one of the mind poisons, or one of the egoic ways that we poison ourselves. We attach ourselves to things or outcomes, experiences, and that can cause suffering. Or we have aversion, not for me, no thanks, and then we cut ourselves off from an experience of really learning how to balance. So today's class is going to be really focused on balance, and you will need your strap, so make sure that you have a strap handy. If you're working with any limitations within yourself, and a limitation is not something that is something to feel ashamed about. I always preface and share that I have really bad scoliosis. So for me, one side of my body is more accessible and more user-friendly than the other side. So I have a wonderful way of being able to yoke and practice honoring my body without pushing past my edge. Whatever that might mean for you today, I really encourage you to go there and to honor that as well. So let's find a comfortable seat. And a great way to sit comfortably is to make sure that not only your spine is held tall, but that your knees are supported. And if you practice any type of meditation, either in my workshops, I have a few upcoming workshops and immersions happening, more on that later. But when we sit in meditation, for instance, or even in a class, we always want to make sure that the knees are slightly lower than the hips and supported by something, right? Otherwise, you can take this seat, drawing the knees down. If that's too much for your low back, make sure you can prop your legs up. Just find a comfortable seat for a moment. You can close your eyes. Let your palms face up. Let your index finger and thumb touch, resting the back of your hands to the top of your knees. Just take a few moments to settle in. To settle in and watch your body from the inside. To listen to any narratives that you might be creating, even in this moment. To scan anything in your body that might be feeling constricted or tight. When we feel expansive, when we feel open, we are in the vortex of energy of the heart. We're in love and expansion and consciousness, empathy, giving. When we are feeling small and tight and contracted and tightly wound, we shrink ourselves. We are not in our fullest potential. And we'll take 2 rounds of breathing techniques today. We'll take the right hand under the left armpit, the left hand under the right, crisscrossing at the wrists, first to balance the body's internal nervous system, right? So this technique, Padadhirasana, balances the right and left brain hemispheres. And keeping the eyes closed, I want you to feel for the hands moving underneath the armpits. There's a nerve when pressurized. From this posture, releases the opposite side mucous membrane. We breathe out of one nostril for 88 minutes every day before it automatically switches sides. See if you can feel for which side of your lungs, of your body, is more expansive and is more dominant in this moment. Once you start to feel whichever side of your lungs has more expansion or is more open, we can re-regulate the flow of air by taking the hand that's on top. You can peek up at me. Plug it underneath the same armpit, just crisscrossing at the bottom. And close the eyes. Settle in here. And see if you can feel and witness that very subtle shift of airflow when one lung starts to dissipate, the other becomes full. Once you start to feel both sides of your lungs equally balanced, rest the backs of your hands to the tops of your knees, index fingers and thumbs to touch. We'll take a round of Bhastrika pranayama today. Bhastrika is known as Bellows Breath. And just as a bellow pumps and pumps and pumps, we'll pump our abdomen, letting the inhalation and the exhalation both be forceful. And this pumping of the breath helps to generate some heat and is also helps us to focus, one-point focus on our postures that we'll be doing today. So take a smooth breath to inhale. You can rest the backs of your hands on your knees, or you can interlace your fingers and help your abdomen by pumping your belly. We'll breathe in a part of the way. Belly pushes out and begin to pump. Pumping, 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 pumping. Don't worry about how fast or slow. Just focus on exhaling and inhalation with intentionality, 27 times. Start to slow the breath down. Take a smooth breath to inhale and float the arms around and up, lacing the thumbs at the top. Retain the breath here and draw your chin towards your chest, Jalandhara Bandha. Feel a subtle lift of your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. And let your abdomen draw in and up, Uddiyana Bandha. And feel this retention here, just gentle chin lock, retaining the energy. When you cannot hold the breath anymore, exhale and release the lock, float your chin up, and rest the backs of your hands to the tops of your knees. Just take a moment here, keeping the eyes closed. Pranayama technique or breathing techniques are crucial to helping regulate the nervous system. Breath is one of the only things that we have agency that is both voluntary and involuntary. Start to notice how you feel from the inside out. As we close our eyes, we enter a world, our realm of intelligence that is the innate of who we are. And see if you can visualize now a line of energy from the top of your crown moving down your spine to right in front of your sacrum. As you breathe in, feel an electromagnetic field of intelligence moving down your spine on your inhalation. On your exhalation, feel this line of energy charge and transform to every cell of your body, feeling your joints become spacious. Breathing in, listen for the sound sa on the inhalation, the sound of pure intelligence, light, radiance, magnetism. Breathing out, listen for the sound hum on the exhalation, feeling your joints spacious. Keep the eyes closed and let's take a few rounds, moving the arms here. Stretch the arms around and up. Feel free to peek up at me if you'd like. Inhale, feel sa move from crown to base. Exhale, draw your palms down the midline of your body, feeling hum. Charge and transform from your sacrum to 72,000 energy points. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Light, radiance, love, healing, pure potential moving through you. Exhale, draw the palms down the midline of the body and visualize that distribution of light from your sacrum. Take this 2 more times. Don't have to move like me. You don't have to breathe according to my breath. Just dropping in to what is there for you. What's moving inside you now. The next time you draw your hands to your heart center, pause here for a moment. We're in the brand new beginning of a month. Brand new. New always allows us to begin again. Whatever it is that you would like to invite into your life, what new beginnings do you see or aren't even aware of? Just bow your head in gratitude that we have a new day, a new way to begin. We'll chant the sound Om. You can join me or simply receive. Let's take a deep breath to inhale. Draw your chin towards your chest. Float the backs of your hands to the tops of your knees. Half blink your eyes open. Let's come up onto hands and knees. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow here. So draw your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Broaden across your chest and collarbone. And feel light moving from the top of your crown. Exhale, draw your navel into your spine. Feel that light charge and transform from your sacrum. Feel free to keep the eyes closed here, moving to the rhythm, the cadence of your breath. Inhale, sa, the sound of pure potential. Exhale, feel sa move and distribute. Down your spine, listening for the sound hum. Transformation of that intelligence. Take a few more rounds like this, moving to the rhythm of your breath. If you'd like to make any hip circles, getting into the fascia of the outer hips, the joints, bringing that synovial fluid, you can absolutely take that option. If you're moving your hips one way, feel free to move the opposite way, releasing your head, your neck, your chest, your jaw. Without rushing, Come to neutral spine. Pause here for a moment. Pour your weight into your left hand. Let's float that right arm up. We'll thread the needle 3 times. Inhale, feel free to keep the eyes closed. Stretch the breath here. Spiral from the rib cage. Exhale, right hand underneath that left armpit, right ear to the mat. Move to the rhythm of your breath, remembering that you can always pause this recording at any time. Exhale, draw that right arm underneath left armpit. Let's do this again, remembering that you always have options. Exhale, thread that right arm underneath your left armpit. We'll pause here for a moment. Right ear to the mat. Backstroke your left hand to your sacrum. Roll your left shoulder on top of your right and pause here. Feel free to keep the eyes closed. And breathe into your intercostal muscles, the upper armpit, the side ribs, any place where you're feeling constriction right now. Take one more smooth breath to inhale. On your exhalation, float your left hand down, right arm high to the sky. Take a moment here. We're going to backstroke this right arm behind you as best as you can. Reach your seat back, find your child's pose. Let your pelvis be heavy and keep walking your arms and your fingertips away from your spine. On your next inhalation, as if a gentle wave is lifting your hips, move through your spine, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Pause here and pour your weight into your right hand. Left arm reaches up. Inhale, stretch the breath, spiral at the heart. Exhale, thread the needle. Again, let your body get used to extracting the full exhalation. Filling up like a gas tank. Fill the lungs as much as you can, never moving to my breath, but honoring your own autonomy, your own unique version of what you look like today. We get very caught up with moving fast or thinking that the more that we do, the more productive we are, and that is not the case at all. Next time you thread your left arm through, backstroke your right arm, roll your right shoulder on top of your left. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades, into the armpit, into the hips. And then notice what might be feeling constricted here, what might be feeling tight. Where can you create some expansion? Take a smooth breath to inhale and then float that right hand down. Left arm comes up. Circumduct that left arm behind you. Bring some synovial fluids. Take your time here. And then rock back onto your hips. Prop your fingertips. And as you continue to walk your fingertips forward, we'll walk the arms over to the left diagonal. Keep anchoring into your right side hip and pelvis. So it's not about moving to the left, it's just about walking the shoulders. In fact, do your best to keep your biceps along by your ears. You're going to feel that in the upper shoulder blades. We're going to walk the fingers the opposite way. So there's always this little bit of traction we're giving ourselves. You want to keep walking to the diagonal. Keep anchored into your left side hip, left side sit bone. Walk yourself back to center. Take your time. Lift your hips, wave through your spine, come to table pose. And on your next exhalation, lift your hips up, tuck your toes, come to downward facing dog. Ādha Mukha Svanasana. Pedal your heels out. Feel free to shake your head. Your chest, your neck, trill your lips. Organize the segments of your body and align your heels behind the widest parts of your feet. We'll flow a few times here. Lift your heels, wave through your spine, stack your shoulders, resist, come to plank pose. Pause here, take your hips up and back on the exhalation, almost as if you're a bow and arrow. Down dog. Do this 2 more times on your own. Really calibrate. So resist the urge to hold or to stagnate, right? You want to feel that little pause of when the inhalation changes to the exhalation. And then let the exhalation begin and let your movement follow. Same thing, let your inhalation begin. So there's almost like a little delay that happens. From downward facing dog, let's take that right leg straight up and back, all 5 toes like you're pushing into a wall. Circle the ankle a few times one way and circle it the opposite way. Kick that heel all the way up as best as you can, and then step that right foot in between your hands. Help it up if you need. Hands to the blocks, lift your hip, grow the spine long here, so establish that long line of energy. And then step your back foot forward. Inhale to a flat back. Ardha Uttanasana, flat back here. Exhale, generous bend, belly on top of your thighs. Interlace your fingers, clasp your palms. If your palms don't quite reach, here's where we need that strap. So we're getting into the synovial fluid of the joints. The hips and the shoulders, 1 and 2 most injured areas of the body because they have the greatest range of motion. So the point isn't to go past your edge, right? For my body and for my joints, that actually hurts a lot to demo for me with the strap, but I give it as an option if that's feels good for you. If you are clasping your palms, you want to make sure your palms are touching. So if your palms are like this, peek up at me, use the strap, right? Palms together, squeeze and roll the shoulder blades in. And then nod your head yes. Keep that gentle bend on the back of the knees. Gentle bend helps to release the low back. And then shake your head side to side. Move the crossing of the hands by shifting 1 finger over. Nod your head yes. Just like we warm up a car in the winter, even in the summer, even wherever you are, if you're practicing this recording and you happen to be in winter in Australia, I know I have students from all over the world, we always need to start our practice a little bit slower to rev the engine. Release your hands. Tuck your chin to your chest. Resist. Push down in the feet. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Resist, resist, resist. Traction here. Palms face forward. Samastiti. Plug your feet in. Lift your chin up and just arrive in your body for a moment. Just standing in this posture, receive yourself. From here, I want you to notice if there's any discomfort. Are you wanting to move? Are you fixing your clothes? Does this feel uncomfortable? Right? Just witness it, just observe it without attachment or without aversion. And let's circle the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, palms press. Exhale, standing forward fold with bent knees, moving through prayer pose. Release. Inhale, lengthen your spine, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, hands to blocks, step that right leg way back. Take a moment, blocks off to the side, left leg meets right, come to plank. I'll show the modified version with or without your knees. You're going to lower your knees if you're taking this version. Elbows go straight back, resist. Chaturanga, belly to the earth. Pause here. We'll take a 3-part cobra. Keep your toes pressing down. Lift your heart. Steady your gaze. Back of the neck is long. Exhale, hum, release. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades and lift your hands, lift your heart. Exhale, release. Option here to take that 1 more time, or you can take your legs off of the side, slide your hands back, cobra pose. If it's too much for you, stay with one of the other options. Peel the skin from your belly. Exhale, release. Hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, and either moving through modified plank, resist, build the strength in the arms, through your table, or pushing through plank, come to down dog. Take a moment here, pedal the heels out, steady the gaze. And on your next inhalation, take your left leg straight up and back. Circle the ankle 1 way. Circle it the other. Step your left leg in between your hands, help it up. Hands to blocks, lift your back hip up. Arrive, organize your body. Right leg steps forward, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, generous bend, using your strap or clasping your hands the opposite way, belly towards the thighs. Nod the head, yes. Stay intimate. Nod the head side to side. Trill the lips. Switch the crossing of the hands, move one finger over. Stay with the integrity with your breath and where you can manage for your body. Remember, the practice is intimate, it is personal. Do not have to compare yourself. There's no goal. There is no goal. Right? Showing up is the practice. Release the hands, tuck your chin to your chest, and as you do that, push down in the feet. So there's resistance. My core is engaged. My neck is released. My palms face forward. I arrive in my body. Samastiti. Urdhva inhale, palms press. Exhale, standing forward fold, belly towards the thighs. Use the breath here. Inhale, lengthen your spine out of the Uttanasana, stretch breath. Exhale, your left leg way back. One step at a time. Blocks off to the side. This is a moving meditation, right? So making it yours. With or without your knees. Draw the elbows straight back. Chaturanga. Three-part cobra. Lift the heart. Exhale, move to the rhythm of your breath. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the hands, lift the heart. Exhale, release. Yogi's choice, either staying with one of the low cobras or spreading the legs, cobra or up dog. The artistry of yoga means you're following your unique fingerprint, your unique design with the structure of what is given. Push the ground away, come through table, modified plank, plank, down dog. We'll take this a few times, moving to the rhythm of the breath. If for any reason you need to take a child's pose, pause the recording or stop. Feel free to listen to your body. I'm just here as a guide. Inhale the right leg straight up and back. Stretch breath. Exhale, right leg steps forward in between the hands. Inhale to lengthen the spine, lift the back hip, hands to blocks. Step forward, lengthen the spine out of the Uttanasana. Exhale, fold you forward, Uttanasana. Circle the arms around and up, stretch breath here, push down to rise up, Urdhva. Fold right back down, standing forward fold, moving to the rhythm, the cadence of your breath. Let your inhalation lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, step or hop back if it's part of your practice. You can jump with bent elbows into chaturanga, taking one of the options, or you can stay with me. Chaturanga all the way down to the earth. One of the three cobras, baby or full cobra. Choosing what is right for you in this moment. We are not cookie cutter. Life is not cookie cutter. We are not one size fits all. Inhale, left leg straight up. Finding the right recipe with these kriyas, with these tools. Lift the heart, inhale. Back leg steps forward, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold forward, belly towards the thighs, release. But there is a unique set of tools that helps us arrive at our recipe. Exhale, standing forward fold. This is where the options come in. So we're not burning ourselves out and pushing past our edge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, yogi's choice, stepping, hopping, or floating back. If you're jumping, jumping with bent elbows. Or you can take your time taking one of the other options. One isn't better than the other. We've got to normalize understanding what is right for me in this moment. Has nothing to do with right or wrong or good or bad. We all eventually meet in downward facing dog, no rush. From downward facing dog, take your right leg straight up. You're going to exhale, tap your third eye. You can do this modified version if you'd like, lowering that bottom leg. I'm showing that option. Inhale, right leg straight back. You're going to take it to your left tricep. Again, I'm showing the modified version. Full version, inhale, right leg up. Right knee, right side tricep. Feel free to pause here. If the arm balance is part of your practice, you want to try it, you can lift off. Not a requirement. Take that right leg straight up. Roll your right leg on top of your left. Bend your right heel over to the left side. Pause here. Open up your hip. Pour your weight into that right hand. Then step your right leg in between your hands. Step your left leg a little left off of center, seal the outer edge. We're going to rise in warrior one today. Pause. Situate. Draw your hands out to the side. Your thumbs point down. Send your hands back. Interlace your hands behind your back. This is why we opened up the shoulders. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your gaze. We'll stick the tongue out of the mouth here. And as we fold forward, I want you to pause at 45 degrees. So make sure your torso, your shoulders are facing forward. This is one option, humble warrior. Second option, depending on your practice, you're going to square both your shoulders. Take that right shoulder inside of your right side inner thigh. Use your feet to steer your hips. Left hip moving forward, right hip moving back. We bow down. Warriors are humble, fierce, but never boastful. Right? This is the balance. Every warrior knows that they must surrender to a higher intelligence. Take a smooth breath to inhale. Use the strength of your feet to push down as you rise up. Release your hands. You're going to windmill and open up to warrior two. Situate yourself. Flip your right palm. Check out your hips. Notice if this back hip is up. Level your pelvis. Your pelvis is like a bowl. Don't want the water spilling out. Right palm faces up. Peaceful warrior. Nice big breath here. Stretch the breath, straight or bent leg. Your choice. Exhale, extended side angle. Nice big circle here with the arms, right hand on top of the thigh. Stretch breath. Peaceful warrior, do this again. Big circle, straight or bent leg. Let it feel as if you're a balloon, you're filling up. Stretch the arms wide, take up space. So I want you to get used to moving in this way. Let your feet hold you, and instead of bending these elbows and constricting yourself, open the arms. Stretch the breath. Take up space. Feel the expansion in the arms, in the armpits, in the side body. And then pause the next time you come to extended side angle. Let your heart face up. We're going to take this top hand, place it behind you. Here come options, right? So one option is to keep that top arm long. Second option is to take the arm behind, half or full bound warrior. Now, if you're struggling, or if you want to pop out of this posture, it's a sign you've gone too far. So I want you to pause here, situate. See if you can stay with your breath. There's always something to work on. Rolling that top shoulder back, looking up at the ceiling, pressing down in the feet, feeling a subtle lift of the pelvic floor. Lifting the corners of your lips towards your ears. Take a smooth breath to inhale. You're going to exhale and slowly release your bind. Left hand to your hip, right hand on a block to the outside of your thigh. Lengthen your front leg. Heel toe your back foot in about 6 inches. Pause. Triangle pose. If your hand doesn't quite reach the block, you can place it on your thigh or your shin. But it's not a goal to reach the ground. Right? It's more about opening up and finding that extension. Bring your top hand to your heart, peek up at your elbow, and stack your wrists, your fingers, your fingernails on top. One straight line. Lean back here, as if you're leaning against a wall. Stretch breath here. We're going to take that top hand to the hip. Lift your bottom hand underneath you. Little bit of strength here. Lift. Rise, come all the way up. Turn your right toes in. Turn your heels out. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze. Stick your tongue out of your mouth. And then tilt your pelvis forward. Pasarita Padadharasana, fan pose, variation A. So a few options. Instead of widening your feet, keep your feet where they are. Turn the heels out and your toes in. If your hands don't quite reach the earth, bring blocks underneath your shoulders. Maintain neutral spine here, right? This is all about the back body. Back body is where the unconscious resides. Few options. If headstand's part of your practice and you're already there, you can go into tripod headstand. You can also release the back of the head and place either a block underneath your third eye, or depending on your facility, just take a few moments in this inversion. Inversions serve many purposes, both physically and energetically. And the energetics help the physicality, so it's really more about the subtleties. When we invert, even if our feet don't come off of the ground, we bring the downward energy up and the upward energy down. Take a moment here and see if you can feel that energy shifting. Put a little micro bend in your knees, bring your hands to your hips, and slowly push down as you rise through flat back. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, stick your tongue out of your mouth. Head on top of your shoulders, toes turn right. Pause here for a moment. We're gonna go into Skandasana, so find your warrior two. Gonna bring that right hand to your heart center, index finger and thumb to touch. Right in the center of the heart, Ahamkara Mudra. Index finger and thumb to touch, left hand is gonna face up. I'm gonna flex that front leg. Come back. 2 more times like that. You can even add this arm if you'd like, depending on your facility. Just that left hand, whatever feels right for you. Try moving inside the breath. Remember how I said we're gonna balance? What feels right for you? And then we're all gonna end up in warrior two. Peaceful warrior, let it unfold. Reverse cartwheel the hands, pause, step back. Right leg meets left. Roll to the outer edge of your right toes. Side plank. Pause. Option. Right knee underneath your right hip. Stack your shoulders. Lift the hips. Second option or variation. Stack your feet. Third option or variation. Top leg, top hand. Maybe you take this into a back bend. Take your top leg behind you. Rock star pose, Las Vegas pose. Flip the dog. Whenever you're ready, left hand comes down, your choice of the transition. It's not an accomplishment. It's a way in. We use the body to transcend the body. We use the floor to get up off of the floor. Beautiful thing about the practice is we always have a second side. So moving when you're ready. Inhale that left leg straight up and back. Knee to nose. Stretch the breath here. Stay connected to the Kriya. Inhale, Sa, the sound of pure light, pure intelligence still moving through you. Exhale, hum. Feel it charge and transform. Left knee, right side tricep. Inhale, Sa, moves from crown to base. Leg moves up. Exhale, hum, charging and transforming every cell. Left knee, left side tricep. Maybe you stay here, you work on your balance. Maybe you shift and fly. Left leg up. Roll that left hip on top of the right. Bend your left heel over. Pause here, open it up. What are you opening up to? What's there for you today? Left foot steps forward, help it up if you need. Left foot in between the hands. Right foot a little right off of center. Seal the outer edge, please. Rise. Warrior one. Take a moment here. Situate your pelvis. Find the place that feels right for you. And then lengthen your leg. Take your arms out to the side. Thumbs point down. Send the arms back. Interlace your fingers. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze. Stick your tongue out of your mouth. Rebend that front knee. Humble warrior. 45 degrees. Eyes steady on one point. Not about how far you get. Keeping that back leg strong. Second option if you took it. Left shoulder inside of that left thigh. Opening up
to see what's there. We use the feet as steering wheels, so anchor your feet to draw that left hip back and your right hip forward. And then notice if you're gripping in your jaw, in your neck, in your eyes. Is there anywhere that you can soften into this posture? Take one more smooth breath here. Exhale, push down in the feet, lift your heart. Release the hands, windmill the hands, find your warrior two. Let your palms face up, find your pelvis, notice if one hip is up or down. Level your pelvis, left palm faces up, we'll flow peaceful warrior. Inhale, can do this with a straighter bent leg. Stretch the arms and the fingertips as if you're circling a nice big circle, big beach ball. Exhale, extended side angle. Left hand to the top of the thigh. Move like this a few times on your own. Peaceful warrior, Shanti Virabhadrasana. Exhale, extended side angle. Peaceful warrior. It is possible to be a peaceful person amidst chaos, but it takes discipline. And the discipline isn't regimented, right? Disciplining yourself to show up consistency so you can move with grace and with love. That's what this teaching does. That's how we transform from the inside out. But we can't do it alone. We need a guide. We need someone who's been there. And this is where the teachings have lineage. So every teacher has a teacher, every healer has a healer, every guru has a guru. And a guru just means a dispeller of darkness. Let's take that top hand. If you took the half or full bind on one side, choose what feels right for you. You always have the option to use your strap. The one thing I want to encourage you is if you're struggling or think you're working towards and you're muscling through, right, that's not yoga. That's CrossFit. Yoga is the ability to understand, I'm watching myself and this is my default, but I'm working towards being able to be calm and breathe effortlessly. But that takes time. That's the discipline. The discipline is the undoing of what we mentally have conditioned ourselves to believe. See if you can close the eyes and find the line of energy from Sa, sound of pure intelligence moving from the top of your crown. And hum, feeling it charge and transform every cell. Release the bind if you're in it, left hand to the block, right hand to your hip. Lengthen that front leg, heel toe your back foot in about 6 inches, and then situate. Lean back a little bit, stack your shoulders. Find that place that feels right for you. Find that place where you can lengthen your spine. Right hand to your shoulder, stack the joints, unfold. Again, it's never about touching the ground, right? So even if I reach my foot or my ankle, there's a lift that's happening here. There's a lengthening, not a sinking down. So my inner thighs are really working here. Top hand is going to go to your hip. Bottom hand, if you feel inclined to fire up, is going to lift. Push down, rise up. Left toes turn in. Heels turn out. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, tongue out of your mouth, please. We fold forward halfway, little micro bend in the knees. Pause. Hands out to the side, shoulder height. We're going to bend the knees. Inhale, bend, biceps long by the ears. Exhale, release. 2 more times like that. Inhale, bend, biceps long. Exhale, transcend. 1 more time. Inhale, bend. Relax the neck, the chest, the jaw. Exhale, fold forward. Press down to rise up. Few options. You are welcome to float again, if that's part of your practice. This time we're going to go into a twist. So we'll take the left hand underneath us, push down. Right hand's going to go to the sacrum. Now the hips are going to want to move. I caution you to really feel for your hips. Roll your top shoulder. Roll that top shoulder. Right shoulder on top of the left. You can extend it if you'd like, or you can pause here and really focus on your hips. Trade one hand for the other. Right hand down, left hand to your sacrum. Roll the shoulder. Shift your gaze. One side is always a little bit more user-friendly than the other. Feel for the hips. Release the head. Hands to your hips. A little micro bend in your knees. Push down to rise up. Pause. Left toes face forward. Find your warrior two. Bring that left hand to your heart. Flip your palms. Jnana mudra. Ahamkara mudra. So right hand, index finger, and thumb to touch. Left hand right at the center of your heart. You're going to flex it and bend. Skandasana. Exhale, release. Warrior two. You can use this hand if you'd like. Opening it up. Just staying connected to your physical body. It's not outside of you. You live inside of your body. Right? So once you start to find that place where you're yoking, yoga, all of you, it's not fragmented. Unwind, find your peaceful warrior, big breath. Reverse cartwheel the hands. Lift your back heel, step back to plank. Walk your inner arches together, roll to the outer edge of your left toes. Vashisthasana, modified version if you'd like. Second option, stack your feet, push the ground away, build that strength. Third option, maybe you try for a balance, here's that balance. Fourth option, maybe you take it into a back bend. The reason we don't get stuck comparing ourselves is because there's always an infinite and another possibility. Bring that top hand down, your choice of the transition. Using your breath, your vitality, what you need in this moment. Downward facing dog, look up at the space between your hands, put a little bend in your knees and hop or walk forward. Just take a moment here, hold on to the elbows. You're going to ragdoll side to side. Nod your head. Maybe twirl the lips. Let's roll up one vertebrae at a time. Palms face forward, head arrives last. So we're going to work on some balance today before we wind down. If you feel like you need to move over to a wall, absolutely, please do that. So we're going to come to chair pose. Bring your hands shoulder height, please. If you feel inclined to take the arms up, you can. That's just without distorting anything. One is not better than the other. You can also bring your hands to your heart if balance is a challenge for you. Lift your heart, lift your seat back. Push down in the feet. Keep your palms pressing towards one another, or if you're holding onto a wall, shift your weight to your right leg and lift your left leg up. Push down to rise up. Push down, find your chair pose one more time. If you would like to use the arms, you can absolutely use this. Exhale, hands to the heart center, lift that right leg up. If I said right leg, do the opposite leg. If I said left leg, do the right leg. Chair pose, find your chair pose. I switch sides on you so that way you can see peripheral, side view and front view. Lift that right leg up. Exhale, push down to rise up, belly into the spine. Push down to rise up. Today we're going to go into funky chair. So let's find our chair pose. See what that feels like for you first. Bring your hands to your heart. Lift the elbows and press the palms as you activate the right and left brain hemispheres. Shift your weight to that left leg, peel your right leg, cross it over, making a number 4. So that right ankle's over the top of your left thigh. Go straight down. Go straight down. Pause. Go straight down. Just stay here. Flex your feet. Flex that foot like you are standing on a wall. A few options. You can stay here. You can start to bring your hands to your block. Now, if you do have a solid practice, we're not going to fly today, but we will be going into, and I will be bringing back my arm balance inversions. That will be in September. So if you are interested in that, you can definitely either sign up for my newsletter or send me an email or check the website. So these are all preparatory. If you do have a solid practice, you can practice hooking the toes as you see me everting here. So you can practice hooking the toes around the outer part of that left tricep. Open up this right hip. Take your time. Some of you might want to try balancing, right? So I'm giving options for each type of person. You might hold on to your left ankle as this is bent, as you're hooking. Maybe you move towards straightening. You're still hooking. Bend your knee. Press your palms back to your heart. Draw that right knee in. Right leg next to left, palms face forward. This is super challenging, I do know it, but you can do it. And if you haven't seen We Crashed, I actually taught this to Annie and we did it for Apple TV, so it's on the first episode. You can see this in the actual series, right? So they did it, we can do it. Let's try chair pose one more time. Inhale. Hands to heart. Focus on one point and focus on what you can do. Push down to rise up. Right leg pushes down, left leg comes up. Cross that left leg over as best you can. If you're holding on to a wall, use the wall. Own it. Feel empowered. I need the wall for the best version of myself in this posture. Go straight down. Heart is lifted. Maybe you bring your hands to a block, or if you're in the office, a chair, a table. Depending on your practice, you might be able to fold forward and start to practice everting here. So hooking the left toes around that right tricep, but pressing down into the hands. This is where that arm balance, Padadharasana, flying pigeon comes in, right? There's a lot of work that's involved, but this is where it starts. Third option, if you're working on balance or want something a little bit more complex for your mind and your body to focus on, interlace your fingers, hold on to your right ankle. Maybe you keep everting, you keep hooking those toes around the outer part. Maybe you fall over, you come back. Don't get attached, we don't judge. And that's a practice. That's actually what yoga is about. Practicing not judging, practicing moving towards our edge, practicing not going past, and then practicing watching ourselves. When we do all of those things, release the hands. Press palms to the heart. Left knee comes in. Left leg next to right. Samastiti, palms face forward. Plug in. And then circle the arms around and up. Urdhva. You are not your practice. Your practice is a means to you to really peel all the layers, fold it forward, release. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Yogi's choice here. You can either step or hop back, take a flow, wipe the slate clean, or you can skip it and simply step back to downward facing dog. Let the breath inspire a new movement for you, without needing to look or be like anybody else. Bring your knees down to the earth from downward facing dog. Swing our legs around. I'll face you this way for it. We'll take half lotus pose today, so half Padmasana. You can take your right leg, since this hip is opened up, and you can see if you can bring your right leg. If there's any knee sensitivity, you can absolutely forego this pose. You can also place a block or a bolster underneath your knee. And then flex your foot. Just bring the arms out to the side, pausing here. Again, options are there for us to move towards where we can go. Some of you might be able to take that right hand, send it behind you, and take yogic toe lock, right? So same hand, same foot. Might take that left arm up. Show you what this looks like from the side. Again, these are not goals. It's just what unfolds when we respect and listen to our bodies. option. But it is possible. Everything is possible once we stay committed to ourselves. Take a deep breath wherever you are. Long spine. Spine is like a hose, right? When you break the hose, the water doesn't come out. Same thing with the energy line of the spine. Keep the neck long. Rise up, foot flexed. Release this right leg. You might hug your right leg in, you might cradle it like a baby. We open up the hips. We get into the hips today. We'll go into compass pose. So a few options here. If you have your strap, you can loop it around this right foot. Show you what this looks like. And simply extend. So same arm, same leg. Another option, depending on where you are, you might lift this right leg up, stay with your strap, take it behind you if you don't need the strap. Going into full compass. Arm goes in front of the leg. We roll the shoulder back. The postures themselves don't have any value, but what they unlock, for instance, what's unlocking in the fascia of my body brings the unconscious forward. Take a moment wherever you are and we'll switch sides. Right leg comes forward. Left foot, left toes into that right hip crease. Flex that right foot. Might pause here if you need a block or a bolster, or you can skip this altogether if there's any knee sensitivity. Flex your foot. Might take this left arm up. Might take it behind you depending on where you are. You can also use your strap for this. Yogic toe lock, peace sign fingers. Maybe you bring your same hand to your leg, folded forward. And close the eyes here. Connect to Saham. Connect to pure light, pure intelligence, the unbounded, pure unifying field of intelligence. That's what the yogis called Sa in Sanskrit. We are not this body, the fascia, the tissues, the ligaments. We are pure source energy, energy in motion. And when we tap in, when we attune to the electromagnetic fields of intelligence, gravity, for instance, we don't see it, but it's holding us, it's tethering us to the earth, much like I'm giving you that visualization, that's tethering you. It is real. Slowly come up, rise through a flat back. Release the bind if you're bound. Hug that left leg in. Cradle straight back here as best as you can. And maybe you simply stay here. Maybe you're just cradling that leg. That is enough. Maybe you take your strap, same arm, same leg, and you extend it without slouching in the low back. You've done all that beautiful work. Maybe you take your strap, you draw that left elbow underneath your left shoulder, and you extend, right? Gotta start somewhere. Maybe, depending on your practice, get the strap off. You'll flip the grip. You'll roll the underneath of that right shoulder, opening up. Just staying within where you can breathe fully. That is the most ingenious part of understanding where you are, right? It's not for me to tell you. If you cannot breathe, or if you want to pop out of a posture, it's a sign you've gone too far. Release that bind. Release yourself. Take a moment here and let's bring the legs in front of us, Dandasana. Connect to that line of energy. Flex your feet. Might bounce the legs out. Take the arms out to the side. Feel this line tethering you. Lift the arms up. Hold yourself up. And then let's roll down one vertebrae at a time. Bring your blocks with you, you'll need them. Let your palms face up, your shoulders be at ease. Just take a moment here before you do anything, before you fidget. Less is more. The body has its own natural way to recalibrate. So before you do anything else, lift your head and resettle the back of the crown. And lift your shoulders and let your shoulder blades separate. Let the back gate of your heart find the earth. Lift your buttocks and let your buttocks hold your hips high. If your blocks are handy without causing too much commotion, you might slide a block underneath your thighs if that feels good. Again, if you have to get up and move too much, maybe forego that option and just let the pieces settle, much like shaking a snow globe. Keep the eyes closed and let the eyes roll back into their sockets. Let your tongue drop to the bottom half of your mouth. Visualize pure light moving through the top of your crown. And feel that light now covering your brain, bathing your brain with warm, healing light, like the sun's rays, softening the right brain hemisphere and the left brain hemisphere. Feel that light like a warm sun's rays, softening your jaw, your eyes and eyebrows. Feel the back of your throat soften and the front of your shoulders and your arm bones covered in light. Let your back bones be held up. You don't have to worry about holding yourself up. Let gravity do that for you. Soften your belly. Relax your pelvis. Relax the top of your thighs, the backs of your legs, fronts and backs of your knees. Relax your shin bones and calves. And feel that light warming your ankle bones, the tops of your feet and the bottoms of your feet. Feel light resonating, emanating underneath and from the soles of your feet. And just encasing yourself in pure, healing, nourishing, rejuvenating white light. Asatomaha sadgamayam, tamasomaha jyotirgamayam, mrityurmamritam gamayam. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Let's feel peace for no reason. And let that peace flood into every cell of your body. Feel peace with yourself, peace with others, and peace with all forces governing
this universe, seen and unseen. When you're ready, stretch the arms up overhead and reach one side longer than the other. And then reach the other side, stretching out as if you're in bed. Stay intimate and keep your eyes closed. Keep that for you. In your own way, roll over to the right side, fetal position. Tuck yourself in. And roll up to any comfortable seat, letting your head arrive last. Press your palms to your heart and feel this merging of duality, this merging of opposites, right against left, left against right. It's not about transcending duality. It's about yoking duality and understanding that when we yoke and we merge the right with the left, the solar, lunar, sun, moon, up, down, masculine, feminine, Shiva, and Shakti, there is only oneness, and that is inherent of who we are. So bow down to the oneness that is pure love, pure light, empathy, and compassion, resides right in the heart center, the bridge. So bow down to your practice and thank yourself for showing up for you. Hari Om, Om Tat Sat. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Let's make a fist with the right hand, yoga seal, cover it with the left. Press it below the navel, lean forward, and feel that subtle lift of your pelvic floor, a little regrounding. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Namaskaram.